A wise man once said, a speech is like a pencil. It must have a point. Hello guys, this is the public speaking mentorship or rather class. This is your host, Maduba Mwidulumbwe. Well, if you're visiting this channel for the first time, please ensure to like, comment and subscribe, for by doing so, it will enable the YouTube algorithm to market my videos so that many other people can see them. Well, today we're going to talk about the three audiences. In as much as we know it is one audience, a public speaker must see three audiences. We have an audience in front of us, on the left, on the right. So basically three: in front, left, and the right. But I know it could be opposite for those that are viewing. Probably this is your left and this is your right. Yeah, so there are three audiences. Now, why are these three audiences important as a public speaker? We have seen public speakers that will be speaking looking at one point, and it will make someone feel uncomfortable, because they will begin saying, is it the girlfriend or what? You find a public speaker is speaking while looking at only one person like this. You are speaking. And people begin to think, are you admiring or what? You understand? So a public speaker must pay attention to all the audiences and must not neglect other audiences. Because imagine you're looking at one person, what will the other people feel? They'll feel neglected. So as a public speaker, you must pay attention to all the three audiences. You should speak while looking on the left, the right, and in front. So you find that public speakers are flexible. You know, they are flexible. So you must be flexible and ensure to look at all the three sides. Now, some of you might be asking to say, now facing people in the eyes again, it can scare. So basically my mentor told me to say the best way to avoid that is look on their foreheads, not in the eyes. When you look on their foreheads, they'll think you're looking at them, but meanwhile it is not a direct contact with the eyes. Because if you look in the eyes, you might get surprised, your girlfriend, and she's smiling, you lose your focus. You understand? It could be your mother or your cousin, and you lose focus. So look on their foreheads as you are trying to impress all the three audiences. I hope this is clear. One audience, but three audiences. So ensure to pay attention to all. Look on all sides, move in all angles. So what are the tips? What are the tips on stage pertaining to three audiences? Don't be too far from your audience, unless if that is the setup. But if there is need to move and be close to the audience. That way it helps you connect well with them. Number two, don't go on stage holding a paper. Now, I've said this number without time. Have a paper like this, A6. How does this paper help? It helps a lot, because there is what we call stage fright. If it is your first time, in fact, even professional speakers still face this stage fright, but because we have learned stage management, so rather than showing the stage fright, we manage the fear, we manage the flight, okay? So there is stage fright. Now, the danger of using a full paper like this, what is the danger? This will easily show that you are shaking. You understand? It will easily show that you are shaking. You might not notice yourself, but there is just that fear that comes, and people will notice, but you can't. It will begin shaking. But imagine you have a small paper like this. You hold it like this. How? Unless if you are sick. Unless if you are sick. For this to shake, then that is really deep. But it is easy for a big paper to show that it is shaking. Okay? So that is why you should avoid going to stage with a big paper. If need be, because there are certain speeches with, let's say, vote of thanks or whatever, where you are needed to read and like reciting from your memory, then make arrangements with the MC, master of ceremony, so that you find the paper on the table, okay, and like moving with it. I hope this answers the question why it is advisable to use small papers, not the big ones. It will show that this person is scared, okay. So number 3, don't read things on your paper, just prepare talking points. I have indicated that once you prepare, the memory only needs a link to what you prepared. You just need, the brain just needs to be tickled. Oh, this is what I read, it comes. Because you don't want to be labeled as a speaker who doesn't know what he's talking about. It must seem natural. You must speak from memory. If you can recall properly from the 5 canons of rhetoric by Cicero, delivery, you must speak from memory. Okay, so please ensure to visit the previous videos as well. So don't read things on your paper, just prepare talking points. Okay, so that is very important. Now let us jump to the use of microphone. As irrelevant as this may sound, it is very important, because I'm not talking to people that I'm talking to people that want to be professional in their way of doing things. You speak professionally. In the next video we'll see about corporate speaking. So use of microphone. How do you use a microphone? Number 1, microphone should not touch your mouth. We have seen people that speak like this. Now that disturbs your voice and it is dirty, because you don't know how many people have used that microphone. You can end up getting sick. So microphone should be here. I always say this is not the stomach, it's the thorax. Those doing medicine, please correct me, because I'm told the stomach is inside. So this is no, not thorax, abdomen. Abdomen, right? Thorax, abdomen. I don't know if this is chest or whatever, but correct me. But I know this is not the stomach, it is the abdomen, okay? Please ensure to leave that in the comment if at all I'm wrong. So your mic should be in between your chest and your abdomen. Here, you speak like this, not like this. It is dirty and it distorts the sound, okay? So again, don't shout or blow the microphone. That is the work for the master of ceremony. You don't go as a speaker in front and say 1 2 1 2 testing 1 2 1 2 1 2 because this is common, okay? Now as a public speaker, guys, a professional public speaker, avoid doing those. They will show that this is a villager who doesn't know what he or she is doing. So avoid those. As simple as they sound, they are really helpful. So don't put your microphone here. Let it be here between your, like this, okay, between your abdomen and your thorax, or rather chest, if at all I'm not mistaken. So that is what you should do. Don't shout or blow the microphone. I've indicated that it shows some form of uncivilization, you understand? So let us take that into consideration, guys. As simple as it sounds, it's very important, especially the issue of 3 audiences. It's very important. It shows engagement. You must ensure to pay attention to all. Move aside, talk, okay? In as much as it is 1, but it is basically 3 audiences. I hope this helps. I have come to the end of this video. This is your host, Maluba Mwelilumbwe, and it is a bye-bye. Peace.